Jorge Díaz-Rullo makes the third ascent of Chris Sharma's Sleeping Lion. Michaela Kiersch goes on a bouldering rampage, racking up 108 V points in a single day. And Nathaniel Coleman flashes a V13 boulder. Oh yeah, we've got some things to talk about today. Welcome to August Climbing. My name is August. You all show up in the comments in such a great way each week. I love it. My favorite comment from last week's video comes from Jangles Climb, who has a great YouTube channel, by the way. Definitely go check it out. I'll link in the description. In relation to Will Bosi's send of Return of the Sleepwalker, he says, "This man will definitely F a V18 at this rate." A robust discussion ensued in the comments regarding when we might see the world's first V18 and how many sessions a V18 first ascent might take. So yes, I quite enjoy hearing what you have to say each week, so let's keep the discussion going. Now we'll jump in with this week's big news. After 15 days en route, Jorge Díaz-Rullo has made the third ascent of Sleeping Lion in Siurana, Spain. This comes after Chris Sharma made the first ascent in March of 2023, and Alex Migos grabbed the first repeat in January of this year. For a brief context on what led up to this send, Jorge posted about his challenging day 10 on Sleeping Lion. This was back in January, and at that time he shared, "Alex Migos broke a hold before sending it, but thanks to Chris Sharma, it was reinforced again. Unfortunately, this has made it definitively harder, where before you could clip and chalk up, now there is a tough move. And this has made the route a little more complicated for me." Then on February 14th, Díaz-Rullo talked about how he had fallen from the last hard move 3 times, but that had only made him more eager to give his best until finishing this project. And yes, he certainly came back stronger and gave his best, because on February 26th, he shares on Instagram, "Sleeping Lion, I was finally able to make the third ascent of this amazing route, one of the routes on my infinite list of projects. Between some things and others, this route has taken me more attempts than I originally thought. It has been very difficult to find the day without being too tired, with good skin and with good conditions here in Siurana. Sleeping Lion has helped me to get in shape and continue very motivated for my next projects, but also it has served me as a learning experience because at the same time I was working on it, I have not been going through my best stage on a personal level. In the end, I did it." Notably missing from this post is Jorge's thoughts on the difficulty of the climb. However, he followed up not long after with another post on February 28th. "Sleeping Lion, grade, question, part 1. This is perhaps one of the parts that I like the least after finishing a project. I feel that the important thing is the work behind it and the experiences we create with our own challenges. However, giving an opinion and proposing a personal graduation is not just a number, it's also something that is part of this game. Chris Sharma did a great job on Sleeping Lion, leaving us this amazing line and making the first ascent, suggesting a grade of 9B+. Recently, Alex Migos repeated it, suggesting it could be 9B. He goes on saying, skin, weather, fatigue, and other factors negatively affected me, and I had to spend more time on the route than I initially thought, a total of 15 days, mostly 1 attempt per day. Additionally, while I was trying it, Alex broke a key hold on one of the boulders, which I think significantly changed the difficulty of the route. Maybe all this reflected in my opinion about the difficulty? Part 2 in the next post. So at the time of recording this video, he still leaves us in a bit of suspense about his ultimate thoughts on the grade, but I'll be sure to touch on this upcoming part 2 update in my next video. And well, regardless of grade, we can certainly say this is a beautiful and inspiring line, and congratulations to Jorge Díaz-Rullo on this third ascent of Sleeping Lion. Next up, we have Michaela Kiersch with an insane 108 V-point day in Hueco, Texas. This was part of the 28th Hueco Rock Rodeo, an outdoor bouldering competition put on by the American Alpine Club. On February 19th, Michaela shared on Instagram, "Easily my best day of bouldering ever. Crown of Aragorn was one of the top climbs on my list for the day. extra sweet because it was my first V13 many years ago, and I've progressed to a place in my climbing where I can repeat it in a few tries. Michaela's top 6 climbs of the day counted toward her score, and this impressive tick list earned her a well-deserved first place in the competition. In the end, her full list for the day included a V8, a V9, 2 V10s, 2 V11s, 2 V12s, and 2 V13s. I'd say that's a pretty good bouldering day. Now let's talk about another climber who was also out there for the Hueco Rock Rodeo, and his performance earned him a second place in the men's division. That is Nathaniel Coleman. What was his most impressive feat that day? Well, let's take a look at his Instagram post from February 23rd. 90 seconds of uncut from my flash of SlashFace V13. Not gonna lie, I started to panic a bit trying to get the heel toe cam to feel good. But I'm glad I took the time since it made the next sequence that much easier. I was also pretty nervous about dropping the top after the video ends due to numb fingers and no chalk to guide me on the top out. But the energy and the psych of the crew got me through. Wow, it is super hard for me to even imagine flashing a V13 climb. Nathaniel has been sending some really impressive climbs lately, and I have a feeling we are only going to continue to see more great climbing from him. Here's another fun one for you. Have you ever dreamed of climbing a highball slab? Well, Sam Wolff recently put up an impressive first ascent called the Toe Toll. On February 26th, he shared 30 feet of 30-degree slab, butter smooth with just enough impurity to let you by. It gets harder as you get higher, requiring you to move through a constellation of mono dimples, a no-hands move, a palm press, and a hesitator-esque lunge to the top. Super impressive send, and I thought slab climbing in the gym was scary. But seeing these falls from high up where he basically has to surf his way down the crash pad, yikes. In the comments, Sam replies about a potential grade for this problem, saying, the size and style made for a unique experience, so grading feels like a bit of a shot in the dark. Proposing V11, and am curious where it lands for others. Yeah, slab is often very tricky to put a grade on, and wherever it lands, very nicely done. Now for 3 quick things to keep on your radar. First, Daniel Woods will soon be back in Switzerland to continue his projecting of Alphane V17 or 9A. Woods previously spent 3+ weeks working on this climb in 2022, and over a month in 2023 where he made some impressive links. In April of 2023, he shared, my time on Alphane has concluded, did not end up with a send, but made links that showed me the line was well within my grasp. My understanding of the moves became dialed in. All that I lacked was friction to make the full link possible. It'll be really exciting to see Woods back on Alphane. Hopefully he'll get some great weather and ideal conditions for adding a second V17 to his already incredibly impressive and legendary tick list of hard bouldering. Second, Will Bosi is still in the US for a couple of weeks. Following his repeat of Return of the Sleepwalker, Will shared in his broadcast channel that he'd since gotten in one additional bouldering session in which he tried a Red Rocks Classic, a V14 boulder known as Trieste. No send as of yet, but he plans to get back on it soon, so stay tuned for that. Third, Elias Iagnemma has his sights set on sending Burden of Dreams in 2024. On February 29th, he shared on Instagram that he is ready for a new season on this boulder. Be sure to check out the video of his last trip from the Epic TV climbing channel. I won't spoil it for you, but there's some really cool stuff in that video, and it's definitely worth your time to go watch it. We covered a lot in this episode, but hey, what did you like? What did I miss? And my name is August. Thank you so much for watching.